Let's begin.
Yes. Well, we have made this title about anything goes and uninhibited.
Absolutely. But I
And
have I have a question for you, George. Sorry to cut
yes,
you off so rudely. I want to hear about your very first foundation class. What was it like for you?
well, I did it online because
Oh,
yeah, yeah, I did the annual big foundation class that Gary gave back in 2013. So
11
so
years ago.
11 years ago. Yeah. So, and wow, that was totally like, the movie Matrix, which in Chinese is called 骇客任务, okay, Matrix. And in the movie Matrix where they give you the guy Morpheus, I don't know, but that guy with the and tells Keanu Reeves, okay, this is the red pill and this is the blue pill. And so if you take the red pill, you're gonna just get out of this reality and there's no turning back. And that's exactly what that was like for me when I took my first foundation class. Because
Fabulous.
yeah, and well, and I did a little bit of cheating. So I have a good friend who sort of the two of us were the first people who's quote unquote discovered access in Taiwan 11 years ago, and she took the foundation a few months earlier than I did. However, I got hold of her manual before my own foundation class. so so I slurp it up and I was like,
You're
wow, wow, wow.
naughty.
Huh?
You're naughty. You're a bad
Yeah,
boy.
I'm a very bad boy. I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait for the horses to get out of the gate. Yes. So anyway, but even though I quote unquote pre-read the manual before my own live class, still the live class itself was like different, like just I mean reading it is one thing, but like having Gary there and his energy and the space that it creates, it adds to a whole other dimension to what you're reading in the manual. So
Mhm. It's
so
pretty amazing that I think I took my first foundation almost 20 years ago, and
wow.
still those basic tools that are in the foundation class can change almost anything. Like I had an amazing conversation with Gary yesterday about some of the tools that you get in foundation, and even after 20 years starting to appreciate them in a whole new light and understand them in a whole new light. So it's isn't it cool that even like for you the same, like after 11 years there still is this space of choosing to be more free, more uninhibited, more allowed to be you.
And I mean, some of the people here may have taken a foundation before. We talked about in foundation, you'll read about no form, no structures, and no significance. And I mean, when Gary already put down no structure so many years ago, and it was just recently, within the last 6 months, we are finally really clearing no structure. So, I mean, how prophetic was the foundation manual?
Absolutely. You really have to give the man credit, Mr. Douglas, for what he has created because 30 years later, it is still changing people's lives with what he started to talk about back then. And it's like the Swiss Army knife of classes because I know you can apply these tools to anything. And I'm so excited to be coming and doing this with you, George, because to get to be present for people as they first discover these tools is such an honor. Like it's like watching somebody on Christmas morning open a package and go, "What is this?" and discover something totally new.
I see. So you're not choosing to come to Taiwan because I'm cute?
Of course, that's just part of it. I'm also coming because you're cute.
Okay. So, and what I would like to add with regards to what we chose as sort of the subtitle of our foundation being uninhibited and anything goes is, well, is being uninhibited, well, is it as easy as some people think it is, or is it something that you wish you could be, but there are things that are maybe still in the way? So
That's an awesome question, because what you're talking about by being uninhibited ultimately is being free. And what I've noticed is freedom comes not necessarily all at once. Like, yes, as the beings that we are, as the infinite beings that we are, we could choose.
oops, I may have to unmute someone for a second.
That's legal, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, never mind.
Nico，
Okay, we're
晚
back.
上就换你了。
真的吗？晚上就换我了吗？哦，晚上换我。
哦，真的哦，我没那么晚来买过。
啊，我没那么晚了。
句你可以直接帮 mute。
Okay, 可是我不知道是谁。Let me just check out who's not muted.
It's legal.
Legal?
Yeah.
Is there a person called Legal?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second.
他哥哥的儿子。
Oh, I see. Okay.
There
here
we
we go.
go. So what I was saying was that sense of freedom, like, yes, as infinite beings, we could choose it instantly, or in 10 seconds, we could be totally free. And we have, most of us had experiences where we've had this like huge change, and we do feel like our total infinite self. And then something occurs in life and something gets triggered and we start to choose less, or have an area come up where we go, oh, wait, this is a place in my life where I don't choose that much freedom, that kind of uninhibited nature that we could have. And that's the beauty of this. You get to choose it again and again and again so that you get to keep having it. Like, how would you interpret that, George?
So, well, like you said, like I think like as an infinite being, we are uninhibited, and then as we enter this reality, we whether it's acquired during this lifetime or through many lifetimes, we have a lot of implants and programs that's running on us, and a lot of times that we're not even aware that these implants and programs are running. So so that actually we're very fortunate that we have these tools, starting with the foundation, to first make you acknowledge that there is something more than your program and your implants, and then to see gradually through our ways of asking questions, where in your life and livings exactly are these programs and implants, and that you can, as you're becoming aware of them and noticing them, to poke and pot them and clear them. So, and to get, but okay, let me, I'll just leave it at that for now.
Can I ask you then,
Yes.
with since you've been taking these classes for like the last, more than 10 years, what has been the greatest change for you?
Wow.
Or where have you found the most freedom?
The most freedom is from stop judging myself. It's like, wow, it's like, talk about like, I mean, because this is the thing, like, that we are infinite beings by nature, and the universe is supporting you in like the fullest possible way, but like at the same time, like our self-judgment is like stepping on the brakes. So it's like,
actually, Sorry to interrupt you. The universe is supporting you in the fullest possible way you will accept, you will allow and receive.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is that that's what I'm getting at. It's like driving a car and pressing. It's like stepping on the accelerator, like full, which is like the fullness of the universe, and at the same time, like you are also stepping on the brakes, and with your judgment. So it's like gas pedal, brake, both at the same time, and that's how a lot of people operate in this reality. So
Yeah.
how does it? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's interesting because, you know, I ask you that question, what have you gotten out of this more than anything? And you're saying, you know, the freedom to stop judging yourself. And probably a lot of people would look at you and go, wow, I wouldn't have imagined that George had that much judgment of himself. But all of us have some or something somewhere where we're doing exactly what you described. We've got one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake at the same time in that area, which is creating this area of life that is like crunchy and difficult and problematic. And all I can say to people out there listening, whether you come to class or not with us, of course, we would love to have you at our foundation class next month in Taipei. But if there's one tool that I could offer you to have a little peace with this, it's interesting point of view. That one tool for me has given me more freedom than anything else. And I'm still finding ways to apply it or finding places in my life where I don't use it to its full extent. And all it is challenging every point of view that you have, because your life and your reality really is created by you based on your point of view. And anything can change. Anything can be greater if you're willing to change your point of view. So all you have to do, my friends out there listening, is stop yourself. And for everything you've decided is so and is definite and is real and is true, ask yourself, what if that was just an interesting point of view and there was something else possible?
So I would like to sort of go at it from a slightly different angle, like a more cinematic angle. Because yes, exactly. So this whole thing about, like, I mean, we talk about, you know, your point of view creates your reality. Your point of view creates reality. It's been, I mean, we like in Access, we drill it into everybody like from day one. The thing is that I remember like to me like a very beautiful sort of illustration of this. I remember I visited Disneyland as a child, and during the visit there was a particular it's not a ride, but it's just one of the things you can go to in Disneyland, and it's a movie show. And you walk in, and it's actually a round space, and then they film everything. Well, because they have several projectors projecting in all directions, and so when you're in that theater, you really have the sense that you're immersed in some. It's a very immersive experience, and it's like one scene where like all the scenes are shot from a fire truck, and the fire truck is going to put out a fire, so it's driving through the streets of a city, and then it's like making all these winding moves, and then because it's shot in surround, so while you're in the theater, even though you're standing still, you feel like you actually felt a physical sensation of moving with that fire truck. And when I saw the point of view creator, so I like to just tell everybody who's listening to this, like you are like that projection of that surround movie, like that you are not the effect of your environment, like you are every point of view you have is you're like making a movie, and it's so real, just like that ride in Disneyland where everything is like you are a walking talking surround projection. So and it's going to be and so I would like to add to interesting point of view, everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, and nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. And so if you acknowledge that you are like that surround movie that I experienced in Disneyland, and so then what kind of script would you like to write? You know, you can write your movie, and then you project what you like, what you really like as your reality, and then it project out. And kind of like my background. It's like this spherical thing. It's like a spherical projection. And then you can really have your own reality.
Exactly. I think that was beautifully put. And if
So,
that's the challenge, then is the real challenge for everyone out there listening is if you acknowledge then that everything about your reality is a projection based on your point of view and is your creation, that means you're in the driver's seat, to use the metaphor that you used earlier, George. You're in the driver's seat and you're in charge of your life. So if that's the case and you get to choose, what do you actually want to choose? If you could have anything and your reality could be whatever you desire it to be, what are you going to choose? And for a lot of us, this stumps us. This is where we go, oh, I'm not actually so sure what I want to choose. Because a menu of infinite choice for some people is a little overwhelming.
So I wonder if anybody would like to ask some questions from, you can type your question in, 你可以在你这个对话框里可以打字打你想要的提问哦。So let's just put the invitation out there to see if anybody would actually type a question. But we can keep talking while they're, because Chinese typing is not so fast.
I would have no clue. I'm excited. Yes, I'm sure.
So we got, who else have we got here? Let's see. Anybody I know?
You probably know everybody.
I don't know everybody actually.
Selena Lee and Petty Chow are both typing. I don't think those are questions though. Maybe Selena Lee is a question.
Oh, I don't know everybody in the chat, but you know, anything.
Selina 问：责任是一种观点吗？
Oh, okay. So so Jimmer will translate the English. I can do this. It says, 责任是一种观点吗? Is responsibility or having responsibility a point of view? That's the question.
Well, that is an interesting question. Ultimately, if you are the creative source that designs and implements your reality, then you are ultimately responsible for everything. You can't blame anyone for anything. You're not a victim, and everything is your choice. But there's a different sense of the word responsibility. There is the idea that you are responsible for other people and you have to take care of them. And I think particularly in cultures like Taiwan, where you have such a strong sense of family and duty and honor, I see people limiting themselves a lot by making themselves responsible for other people. But when you do that, you also disempower them in a way, because you're not acknowledging that the people around you also are infinite beings with infinite choice, and they are the designers of their reality. So that's how I would interpret responsibility.
Mm-hmm. And I would like to add, in our latest version of the foundation manual, we're going to talk about the big five. And one of the big five is this thing called the fifth element. So basically, it's like having a bodhisattva complex. So, bodhisattva complex is like a 菩萨情节. Okay, I'm helping Jimmer out here. So, well, I'll just leave it at that. And then if you're curious what I meant by a bodhisattva complex, you know, I invite you to talk to me and talk to Christopher some more.
Yes. Yes.
I definitely went through a lot of bodhisattva complex.
Well, of course. You've got to be the oldest son and take care of the family.
Yes. So, or like the way I think Dane put it once. It's like, you have to be like, if you're like a flight attendant in an airplane and the airplane is in like a disaster, then you have to be like, make sure it's like, come on, everybody get out, and then you have to make sure everybody gets out before you get out, kind of thing.
Yeah, but it comes back to me to the same thing. Like, if you're responsible for your reality, that's suddenly a lot of people go, I don't know what I actually want then my life to be. I don't know what I want my reality to be. So it's easier to spend your time looking at what everybody else needs rather than considering what you would actually like for you.
Right, and I recently had excellent visit from our dear Monica, our numero uno, what's her job, her scribe. Suddenly I can't, that word escaped me. Oh, Oracle, right. She was there, and then I was having a private session with her actually, and then, I mean, it's a simpler thing. It's just like, it's like she's like reminding me, it's like, include yourself. I'm like, oh, okay, include myself. Yes. So
Yeah.
I know right now I'm just spewing this off and it's without a context, so I apologize to the participants. But just I mean, even if you just hear the phrase include yourself. So what do you get out of that? Okay. Oh, we have another one. It's like ESP with people from religious backgrounds and environmentalists. What's ESP?
I think that's short form for especially.
Oh, especially. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think she's saying like that sense of responsibility and that bodhisattva complex, like we must save the world, we must take care of everybody. But with what you're saying, yes, what if we did make choices that included everyone and considered everyone, but also, as you're saying, included ourselves? Because with responsibility, we usually put ourselves last and make sure we're taking care of everyone else. But what if you deserved to be a part of everything as well?
well, and this brings up another interesting point about no separation. I mean, there's this is the beauty of access materials. They're actually, I mean, we talk about them as if they're all separate, but like one thing leads to another, and you're gonna find that it actually all kind of connect and mesh together like a beautiful symphony. So
I'm excited to find out what it's like facilitating a foundation with you, because I think both of us will have a totally different reflection on the tools and how to apply them. So you poor people that choose to come are going to get a double punch of consciousness.
so you get I don't even know how to put like words to this. So, but it's definitely a space of potency that maybe you have not even asked for. How about that? Oh, we got another question. Let's see. 对于选择痛苦，我不喜欢选择痛苦，也不允许周遭的朋友重复选择痛苦。我可以怎么放下说 okay, so with regards to choosing pain, I said I don't like to choose pain, and I don't allow the friends around me to repeatedly choosing pain. And how can I let that go?
Well, you might want to look at this because most of us still, in some area and in some way, do choose pain. We choose pain every time we judge ourselves. We choose pain every time we take for granted a limitation and tell ourselves that something is less than it actually is. But as I said earlier, the easiest way through that, from my point of view, is interesting point of view.
And this part about not allowing the friends around me to choose pain, there is a whole access topic on allowance, and that's a whole other space of discussions and things that you can become aware of through exploring what allowance is. So
Yeah, because if someone is choosing pain and it's their choice, it's disempowering of you to tell them it's wrong. If they want to choose the pain, let them choose the pain. It's their life and their choice. And the more you have allowance for them choosing less, the easier it will be for you to have allowance for yourself when you choose less than you're capable of.
And also just this phrase, like, not allowing my friends to do this, it's like, is there some energy of control there too? So, and what can we explore with regards to control?
Exactly.
So so thank you very much, Summer, Xiafei. Thank you for your question. That was awesome. Because and that's just what I mean. That's like one little thing, and then it's just like, and I mean, it doesn't matter if it's Chinese or English. Like, what's great, another great thing I love about Access that I have, like, this is to go back to the earlier thing, was like, what have you, when Chris was asking me, like, what other than like self-judgment, yes, and also becoming acutely aware of the energy of language. That's another thing I would like to point out. That has never been, prior to my getting to know Access. It's like this being really acutely aware of people's choice of language, and what that really can what that can really tell you, and how it empowers me actually to navigate this reality even more. And sometimes it's not even well, okay, it's like, it's one thing to say, okay, being acutely aware of people's choice of their words, and at the same time then you realize that people, when they use certain words, but their energy is not congruent with their words. So there's just so many things that you can go into with exploring energy and words too. Wow, it's like we've only been at this for 20 some minutes, and it's like we are already like touching on so many topics that that foundation class can bring up. And we haven't even gone to, I don't know, have we got to the uninhibited? Well, you had to come to class to get to the uninhibited part, I guess.
Exactly. Uninhibited means nothing, means you're unstoppable, which is quite an exciting idea. I love what you just said, though, because that's one of the first things that made me interested in Access. I don't know about you, but I tried so many different modalities, whether it was crystals or witchcraft or Buddhism or different channeled books, all kinds of different things that I tried. But one of the things about Access, and it's so beautifully presented in the foundation, is the acknowledgement that words all have an energy, and words and how you use words are a pretty clear reflection of your point of view that you're using to create your life. And if you change the words that you use to more reflect what you'd like to create and what you'd like your reality to be, that can have a profound effect on every part of your reality.
How does it get any better than that?
Exactly.
Yes. So, well, do we have more questions?
Maybe they've had enough of us.
Really? Are you guys already fried? If you're fried, okay, well, most people have their cameras off, so we don't know. Well, I mean, we can get a sense, like, if they're fried or not.
Exactly.
So,
But when they come to foundation, they won't have cameras because they have to come live.
yes. So,
And where's our venue? Where are we doing the class, George?
we're doing, let's see, we're doing it's a venue in the neighborhood in Taipei called Muzha. It's a venue owned by a CF here called Stacy, and she has a beautiful space. It's just like a 3-minute walk from one of the MRT stops, and it's on this, and it has like beautiful sunlight. It has plants, and it has it has open kitchens. And lots of comfy chairs and lots of massage bed. Oh yeah, Petty is adding in the little info here. So we're having our class there, and it's like it's a very special. It looks like nothing like I described from the outside, because like it's because it's in an old building, so it looks slightly run down from the outside, but when you go in, it's like entering a different reality. So it's a very beautiful space. So maybe I can include some pictures of the space in the when we upload this recording. Well, maybe we can include some pictures of the space. So
Yay.
yay. So and is there? Let's see. Oh, okay, Petty is just adding more information about getting the recording of our little chat tonight.
Yes. And feel free to share it with other people who you think might be interested.
So now, are we gonna? Is there more questions to be asked right now, or are you getting where like people are sort of easing into the whatever we brought them in the last 30 minutes or so?
I think we should leave them with what we've done so far.
Okay, cool. So I hope that means that I'm gonna use a a sex term now. I hope that whatever we've done, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna use a sex term because I'm working with our I don't know if you're gonna like it. Well, I'm working with our AC residence sexpert here. Okay. But anyway, I hope that this last 30 minutes we are keeping you edging. I don't know if Jimmer knows how to translate edging. So
That's funny.
okay. Well, Jimmer, if you can't translate edging, it's okay. Well, Jimmer is still talking, so I guess he's doing it. Okay, I don't know. So
Wonderful.
so
Well, thank you so much.
Summer 有提
oh wait. So did Summer write something else?
Yes, she did.
而且有时候会有一阵子会抗拒听音频。I say sometimes I'll have resistant to hearing recordings. Okay, is that so what is the question? Summer, can you ask a question? Because you're telling me something that you would do, but is there a question there? Would you like to add what your question, what you like to ask about your resistance to hearing playbacks?
Well, and before Summer replies, I just want to point out that that's a great example of your point of view creating a reality. Summer, you've decided I have a resistance to listening to recordings, and that shows up in your life as not listening to recordings, and could mean that you're hearing less or getting less of the information that is possible from those classes. But if you've decided that that is true, you've decided I don't like to listen to recordings, then that's what you're going to make true for you. What if you could challenge that just by using that tool I gave earlier of interesting point of view, I don't like listening to recordings.
So, okay, Petty just wrote that you can raise your hand and open your mic, maybe and talk that maybe a little faster than having them type. So, 所以 Summer， 你想要开我需要开我把你打开吗？我看一下哦。Summer， 你在哪里 ？Summer， OK。
Maybe that's all she had to say.
哦，我把 Summer 解除静音了。OK，Summer，Would you like to add more？ 你要直接用讲的吗？
这样听得到吗
可以。
？OK，就是很明显的，就是有状态，就是觉得就是很抗拒听音频就对了。可是明明听音频的时候人是清明的，那一阵子就会觉得不想要清明，
Okay, so 所以这个好，所以就是so she said just while she's aware that she gets clear when she listens to a recording, but then at the same time there is a resistance to hearing it. So but then I would like to ask again, so what is your question? What is your question? Would you like, I mean, are you telling us because you like to get over it? Are you telling us, I mean, what is your question with regards to this?
就是这样状态 OK 吗？就是会觉
Oh,
得
okay.
自己好像
Okay, so she's asking, so when I'm in this kind of a situation or state, is it all right? So she's asking us for, is it all right?
对，
Well,
因为就是就会觉得自己是停滞的，这时候会开始怀疑自己这样
so
做对的吗？
okay, so when I'm aware of this kind of stagnation, then I question is that, well, is it right? Is it right to do that? So what if there is no right and wrong? What if are you willing to just receive yourself having those moments? Because what if you're more free when you're willing to have no right or wrong about anything you choose, including resisting hearing audios?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's your life and your choice. So it has to work for you. You obviously have this point of view that you don't like listening to recordings, but then also at the same time, you have the point of view that you probably should be listening to recordings. And all of it is a judgment. And at the end of the day, no one else is going to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. It's your choice and your life. What works for you?
And I will also add, to me, like so far, like the most potent and the most potent, but yet almost like the simplest way that Gary has been choosing to create, Gary, our founder, is just to say yes or no, yes or no. And then if you get a yes, then you get awareness. Okay, I did yes, then that leads to other choices. So yes or no, yes or no. And if you didn't know, it's okay too. Then you get awareness from the no. And then you say, okay, from the no, you get a yes or no. And then you just, and then you keep moving with just a yes and no.
可是这时候通常会答案呈现不知道哪一个。
Oh, so then she said, but then at that point, then it's unclear what the yes and no is.
搞不清楚哪一个。
Ah, so
Well,
sometimes things like that takes practice.
It takes practice, or also you can ask yourself, what would my life be like in 5 years if I choose this? And what will my life be like in 5 years if I don't choose this? But regardless, some people use that tool that I just gave, or they use the yes or no tool to try and find the right answer. It's your life, Summer. There's no right answer. There's just what works for you. So you choose. It's your life. Would your life be greater if you did it? Yes or no? There's no one who can tell you that but you.
Okay, so would you be willing to just play with that for a little bit and see what it's like? Okay, great. And that brings up yet another great access thing. It's like, are you willing to just play? Are you willing to just play? God, so many things, just one thing after the next.
Exactly, but we can't give everything tonight. There is one more question though in the chat, and then I've got to go. I've got another thing starting in 20 minutes, and I've got to get changed.
Okay,
Stacy
so
has a
Stacy,
question here.
so what would it take for make a demand of myself?
All you got to do is choose it.
I was like going to say Gary's favorite answer, choice.
Yeah. It's the willingness to make a demand of yourself, is to say, yes, I'm doing this. Yes, I'm having this. yes, I'm changing this, and doing whatever it takes to have it show up. It's committing to knowing where you're going and knowing what you're having is your reality and reaching for it no matter what. That's what
Hello,
Ah,
Chris,
oh, there's Stacy.
can you
Yes.
hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
we
Hello.
can hear.
And the point is I'm afraid to ask like whatever it takes. I'm afraid to ask that whatever it takes.
You're cute, but you're lying to us.
Okay, okay, I'm lying. And what will it
Yeah,
take
you're
for
not
me
afraid
to
of
be
anything.
willing to?
You're not afraid
Uh-huh.
of anything.
And for a long time that what it takes, it feels like heavy, and when I step out of my comfort zone, it's uncomfortable and a sense of heaviness.
Okay.
Okay, so is that heaviness yours or someone else's?
Not mine.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Thank you.
So everything that brought up, would you destroy and uncreate it, please?
Yes,
Okay,
I
run
know I can.
Let me pocket pot. Run Rangan pocket pot online shorts, boys, formats and beyond.
Sorry,
No,
I'm
don't.
playing trauma and drama.
Well, okay. So are you enjoying it right now?
Yeah, kind of. I
Oh,
know that I can make a demand on myself, but it's like hard for me to step out.
so, I wonder what's already being assumed here.
Oh, okay. Big five.
Okay, so all right, so maybe that's part of it, and then, but
Mhm.
I think for the sake of the Zoom, because I'm sensing there's a very big thing coming up behind this, and for the sake of the Zoom, I think maybe we can leave it explore up to this point, and I wonder, okay, so
Another quick question.
okay,
Can I
please,
attend online?
can you say it again?
Can I attend online? Can I attend this class online?
No, because
No.
foundation is no longer offered online. Yeah, foundation can
Because
only.
I'm not able to go to Taiwan. I'm not in Taiwan.
Oh, that's right. You are from China. I remember you.
Yeah. Yes.
No,
Okay.
sorry, Stacy, you have to attend in person. That's one of the rules.
So
Okay. Thank you.
yeah, I think the online part was stopped after the COVID was over, because that was only we were only able to do online foundation during COVID, and now that
Okay.
COVID is over, yeah.
I thought you two were senior, so you two can do it online.
No,
No,
there's several body processes as part of the class that when you do it online, it's impossible to teach the body processes and have people learn them. So it's not really, we only had online classes of foundation during COVID because there was no other option.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
okay. No, but thank you for coming to this Zoom, and love your presence here, because I see you, participating in different things that we post. So thank you very much, Stacy. So what would it take to meet you in person?
Thank you.
No.
I will ask. I keep
Yes.
asking.
Okay.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you everyone for attending. I unfortunately have got to go, but I look
Yes.
forward to seeing you all in Taiwan.
All right. So keep edging until Chris comes. I wonder if Jimmer knows how to translate that. Okay, so I'm gonna stop. Wait, first let me stop the recording. And then here we go.